All right, and so we're back. Gonna now go over the introduction. And we'll probably just blast through the procedure as well, because most of you have done procedures before, so you should be okay with that part. Introduction. Principles, properties, and importance of the study. Let's see. Okay. So, in one particular lab I've done in the past, it was on surface tension, which is basically if you put drops of water on a penny, they'll collect together into a pool instead of spilling right over the side. Why does that happen? Why doesn't it just immediately spill over the side? How does water manage to hold itself together? And does that have any value to a living thing? So, what is it? What's it about? Does it have value to life? Okay, those are some good ways to go about the introduction to your lab report. You don't have to make it all flowery. Just let the facts speak for themselves. So don't be like, have you ever wondered why this, and this? Well, blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't have to, don't sell anything. You're not selling anything with your lab report. You're not a salesman. It's not creative writing. That's the hardest thing to get away from. Um, you just want to say like, hey, this is enzymes. Okay, we're going to talk about the enzyme lab, right? Or if you were doing the penny lab, surface tension, it's water. Water is present in how much of our body is comprised of water, right? The large majority of our body, the large majority of the human body is comprised of water. Water helps complete this task and that task, and without water, this is how the body would shut down. Water is absolutely essential. There's also a property of water called surface tension, and what surface tension allows water to do is this, and without it, your body couldn't do this. Or maybe machinery that we have relies on surface tension, or some type of process. So see what I'm doing? I'm not flowering it up. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just saying, hey, look at these facts. These facts tell you how important this stuff is. So if we were to do that for the enzyme lab, well, where are enzymes found? What does an enzyme have to do with a human being's body? What does an enzyme have to do with an animal or a potato? Then take it a step further. What is an enzyme? Right? How could you get an enzyme into your body? Maybe you could take a supplement or eating, right? Because enzymes are proteins. Um, and we are working with a very specific enzyme, catalase, that breaks down hydrogen peroxide. Well, you should tell me in your lab report what I just said. The fact that, hey, this is what it does. This is the reaction that it catalyzes. Why do you need catalase in your body? I'm not going to tell you right now because that's your job as a student is to do that little bit of research and put that in your lab report. But hey, I am telling you that you at least need to do that research and put it in your lab report, right? So find that out. You take all that information, all those questions I just answered all those pieces of information or questions I just posed, all those pieces of information that I just conveyed, and you put that all together, and you're going to have yourself a good introduction. Um, and you want to lead to your hypothesis. Your introduction can finish with an if-then statement, right? Oh, hey, by the way, we also tested temperature. We also looked at the difference between organisms, so you should mention that. And your hypothesis, you could even have two or three of them. That's possible. So you could have a hypothesis about the difference between organisms. You could have a hypothesis about um, the effect of temperature on enzymes, right? So you could have two hypotheses there. I'm trying to think if there's maybe a third one, but that would cover the two main things that we tested in this lab, or the two main things that we looked at in this lab. Procedure. Really, the key thing is avoid putting in words like I did this, we did this, if you were to do this. Like, keep that out of it. Keep it past tense. Just state what happened. The tap water was extracted by a dropper. The amount of drops were counted. So this is even telling you, hey, look, your procedure could say, how did you collect data? That's what that's telling you. So, the amount of bubbles were measured. That's something to include. And notice it's a dot dot dot. So you got to continue that thought, right? You can even throw in, if possible, hey, something was repeated, right? So these steps were repeated uh, with one color, and or these steps were repeated with red, blue, and green, right? So you can uh, summarize your thoughts and your procedure a little bit. You don't have to keep repeating the same thing over and over. Data. Um, we'll stop here. So data analysis, that will be a separate video coming up next.